Find the derivative of sine x with respect to cos x. This is the question that we're going to do in this video. And I'm going to first write down what the question means mathematically. So they're asking us to differentiate sine x. So we're going to differentiate sine x with respect to cos x. This is what they're asking. So this is a little weird because usually we say, okay, I'm going to differentiate sine x without even mentioning the variable when it is obvious, and when we are just talking about whatever the variable, the function that we are differentiating has. But we have to understand that even when we mention it like this, we mean to say derivative of sine x, we're taking it with respect to a certain variable. In this case, it's going to be x. So it's important to take note on with respect to which variable you are doing it. Otherwise, it's going to be a problem when someone asks a question like this. Right. So how I'm going to do this is I'm going to first put some new variables in, like let's take y is equal to sine x, and let's say z is equal to cos x, right? What this gives me is a little bit of clear view about what we have here. So d sine x over d cos x, that means sine x with respect to cos x differentiated, is simply going to be dy over dz. So you can rephrase the problem and say, okay, I'm going to look for this thing. Now it should make sense to you that we're going to use the chain rule. We have the three variables y, z, and x. So I can write the chain rule, say dy over dz is equal to dy over dx. That's a variable that we haven't used. And dx over dz. And if you look carefully, since I know y is equal to sine x, I can get from here dy over dx, which is going to be simply cos x. And also I know z is cos x. I'm going to first get dz over dx from here, which is going to be minus sine x. And since I know dx over dz is equal to 1 over dz over dx, and that part is going to be 1 over minus sine x. Now I have got dx over dz and dy over dx, so I can plug that in to this chain rule. So dy over dz would be equal to dy over dx is cos x, and dx over dz is going to be 1 over minus sine x, and that's going to get simplified to minus cot x. So finally we got the answer. Derivative of sine x with respect to cos x is going to be minus cot x.